Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bill Keegan, Town Manager here in Foxboro, and with your latest update on the COVID-19 situation here in Foxboro. So as of right now, I'm informed that we have now 5 cases. Yesterday we had 6, so we actually went down one. One case actually was moved down on the list to recovered. So we're actually in better shape than we thought in that regard. So no new cases beyond that, though. This afternoon we will be seeing more information coming out from the state as to what the latest numbers are. We usually get that information around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll continue to update the information. I'll give that out to you as well in the morning, or actually the next broadcast when that information gets updated. So just let's go to the numbers, and the latest information shows that we have 222 cases in Norfolk County at this time. There are 192 states of emergency declared throughout the state and in each of the cities and towns. There is also, what's interesting about this information, though, is that of the by age demographic, it looks like the age group from 20 to 29, actually 20 to 59 or 60 years old, is actually the biggest group impacted throughout the Commonwealth. Of that group, there's roughly about 1,300 people of the 1,838 cases that are affected by the virus at this time in that age group. So it's quite significant, and it's actually pretty close in each category, being 326 from the 20 to 29 age group, 322 from the 30 to 39 age group, 313 from the 40 to 49 age group, and 330 from the 50 to 59 age group. In the 60 to 69 age group, it's 249, and the 70 and beyond is 255. And interesting enough, there are 41 cases of those in the group between 19 and younger. So interesting to point out that was originally thought that there was not going to be a lot of impact in that particular age bracket, but clearly there is some here in Massachusetts, and particularly here throughout the Commonwealth. So we're paying close attention to that, and wanted to just give you updates on that situation. Also, was good to see that the number of hospitalizations of the entire group is down from about 8% yesterday down to 5.6%. And even more interesting than that, it was up around 10.5% 2 days before. So it is going down in that regard. So it's good to see that the cases are not getting more severe. It actually is weakening a little bit in that regard. So let's see how that continues to trend over the next course of the next several days. But it's really important. That was a bit of good information that I saw watching the statistics as they emerged. So I wanted to also give you some information about what's been going on the statewide level, and received this information from the Board of Health earlier today. And then I'll also get into some of the things that are going on around town and some of the activities that are taking place, and hopefully that will be informative to you as well. So first of all, we do have a coordination meeting between we're establishing as a local task force on this entire topic of COVID-19, and we're actually going to be having a meeting on that Monday to try and understand the roles of everybody so that we have clear information about that. So it's really important to, sorry about that, I'm just getting a phone call about that. So but I wanted to keep everybody informed that we are continuing to make efforts to coordinate our efforts and to make sure that everybody's staying informed on that on many levels. So just for today's update, the Board of Health has updated their COVID-19 information page on their website. Important links continue to be available there, as the page is updated on a regular basis. And then there's an open restaurant listing that has been moved to the town's main website. The operators can contact John Robertson at jrobertson@foxboroma.gov to be added to the list. What's important about that is that we certainly want to support our local businesses and restaurants, even though they're in a takeout fashion at this point. There are a lot of places that are offering takeout menus, so we can certainly want to support them in any way we can. Mark Craig, the director of the COA and Human Services, is developing a call to action post for volunteers and who've contacted the health department for information about signing up for the Medical Reserve Corps. There is a link at the bottom of the health department's main page with information on how to register, and is also found here at https hyphen forward slash www.mares maresponds.org And the governor is scheduled to update everyone at 2 o'clock today. That's why I did the meeting of the broadcast earlier today, so we can catch the information, the latest information on that. So a few takeaways from yesterday's governor's update. Schools and the daycare closings have been extended to May 4th. So there was an extension of the existing declaration, which was effective till April 5th, I believe, up until yesterday. So that is going to be changed, going out to May 4th now. WGBH and WGBY will be offering online and television educational content from 12 to 5 p.m. daily to help reach students for remote learning. And remote learning is also being done through our public school systems and enrichment, through an enrichment program that we're offering. So continue to pay attention to that. So a lot of teachers are working and offering information and enrichment programs to the students here in Foxboro. Remote learning information and resources can be found at www.doemass.edu/COVID-19/ed-resources.html. Housing stability issues were also addressed during that. Obviously, that's a big concern that we want to maintain throughout this process. There is new guidance for grocery stores and pharmacies announced, which includes providing at least 1 hour per day of shopping for adults over 60 years old. And I know that Stop and Shop was offering from 6 to 7:30 in the morning for folks that were 60 years old or older in the morning so they can get some consideration, as they are the most vulnerable group that has been identified in this process. So we're more now that's been formalized by the governor's instructions. We're offering sanitation options such as hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes are available to clean shopping carts and the points of frequent contact. Now, bear in mind that you really should take great care while you're at the grocery store, because there's still a major collection of individuals, and certainly you want to make sure that the folks that continue to work there stay healthy while they can continue to provide us a very important service while maintained in our homes. Appropriate social distancing policies, including a marked social distancing line, will be established in all stores, and they'll be closing any self-serve food stations throughout the course of this emergency. Store employees who are ill are being instructed to stay home, and for stores to accommodate employees who fall in high-risk categories to alternative assignments to limit their exposure. The USDA has announced a new page. Info from and it's called USDA Feeds Kids, Help Families During the COVID-19 Emergency, and that's highlighted on a new webpage. The USDA webpage is where you can find that information, and hopefully you'll find that to be helpful. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is working to be as flexible as possible to get food out to people who need it during this COVID-19 emergency. On Wednesday, March 18th, President Donald Trump signed into law the family's first coronavirus response act, which includes billions of dollars in nutrition assistance for children and families. So there's lots more information. That's more of on a national level, and certainly the big news yesterday was, of course, that the House and Senate reached agreement on the new $2 trillion aid bill that has been passed. I guess it's actually going to go for a vote later today in the House. Actually passed the Senate yesterday, so it's on its way to the House for a vote later today. So as far as updates on the situation with in Foxboro, again, there were 6 positive results, although 1 is recovered, so we're down to 5 at this point. From the MRC, the Massachusetts Massachusetts recovery crew. The new updates as of March 25th Below is the coronavirus testing response. There were 1,838 confirmed positive cases as of right now, 103 hospitalizations and 15 deaths as of today, confirmed throughout the state. 19,794 tests have been conducted by the state public health laboratory, and over 6,000 tests have been conducted in the last 24 hours alone. Quarantining continues to be the major issue for all of us, and so we want to pay close attention to that, and certainly take great care in abiding by that as more and more activities are starting to be limited because of what's going on throughout the state and throughout the world. They announced that the state will convene a COVID-19 advisory group consisting of leading industry and scientific experts to support the efforts of COVID-19 Command Center. And DPH has released a new messaging tool called Alerts Mass. It will allow residents to subscribe to real-time notifications by texting the keyword COVID-MA to 888-777. If you text to 888-777 and then type in the words COVID-MA, all capitals, you'll be subscribed to that alert system. Attorney General, along with 16 other state attorneys general, wrote to the president yesterday requesting that he use the power of the Defense Product Act to increase production of masks, respirators, and other critical equipment. That seems to be the most significant impact that's going on in the state right now. We do have plenty of hospital beds, but we got to make sure that our care workers, frontline care workers particularly, have the equipment that they need. I know that we're having difficulty getting that equipment for some of our frontline police and fire personnel, so we want to make sure we get that information, get that equipment to them as soon as possible. So those are the key elements that are going on throughout the town and throughout the state as of right now. Again, the governor will be updating everyone at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Just a couple items that I wanted to bring to your attention that you may find helpful is that the Council on Aging is continuing to provide some great activities for folks, and their Facebook page is up and running, and their web page is up and running, and so some of the things that you can do is to make sure that there were activities going on as we speak right now at 1:30 with the bingo, and that's being hosted by Mark Craig as we speak. So that happens every day at 1:30, and they have a whole number of other activities that they're working on a daily basis. So make sure you check them out. They're doing a great job with that. Also, from Mark directly, he made sure that he wanted to make sure that I got the word out today. But some of the key things that he thinks are important to advise everybody, of course, stay home. That's the critical message we want to get out to everyone today, and for the next couple of weeks until this situation subsides. We want if folks are interested to join the Medical Reserve Corps, there's a link on the Health Department website. Certainly, you can check that out if you're interested. And you can sign up to be on the Meals on Wheels volunteer driver list, and that can be done through by calling 781-784-4944. Again, 781-784-4944 to join the Meals on Wheels volunteer driver group. And you can drop off needed medical supplies, N95 and surgical masks to a bin located outside of the Foxboro Senior Center next week, starting on Monday from 8 to 4, Tuesday 8 to 4, or Wednesday from 8 to 6:30. Items will be given to Sturdy Hospital as they are in critical need of those supplies at this time. That was a suggestion that was brought to us by a resident in the community. I think it's a great one, and certainly we want to try and support that if we can. So anyone who has the N95 masks and surgical masks, please make sure you drop those off to us so we can help all the efforts that are going on at Sturdy Hospital to keep those care workers healthy throughout this effort. And then let me see, there are just a couple other things, news flashes here that I want to bring to your attention. You see, the library director has asked me to inform everyone that if you could mention a few things here, which we are. If you need Wi-Fi, please park at the Boyden Library parking lot, and Wi-Fi is free and there is no password. Uh, Library director has posted a video for all patrons. Please go to facebook.com/Boyden Library, and that he'll be provided, and that's important information for how the Boyden Library is continuing to operate throughout this crisis. And Mrs. Rossetti will have a special message for children and families tomorrow on their Facebook page. Again, facebook.com/Boyden Library, and hopefully you'll be able to check that out as soon as you can. And then also, and last but not least, we want to check out. I want you to check out the Facebook page for Foxboro Rec, and you can click on that page to get the latest information on what's going on with that group. They're doing a really good group. They're doing a really great job of holding programs and changing the theme for each day as you go through it. You'll find out that they're really quite active in some of the programs that they're doing. So make sure you check them out at foxbororec.com, and you can click on their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram icons at the bottom of the page. All right, so those are the highlights for today. And so again, the message is to stay healthy, to stay inside, go out outside only in the areas that make the most sense. The parks are open, but there is no equipment that's open to anyone. You won't be able to enter those areas, but certainly if you want to go out and walk on any of the trails or walk throughout town, we certainly welcome you to do that, but certainly maintain your social distancing requirements as needed. For now, continue to wash your hands and to practice good hygiene throughout the course of this epidemic and pandemic for what it is now. And make sure that you stay healthy throughout this situation as it occurs. And we'll see you next time. I'll be here again tomorrow to provide you with the latest information on what's going on here in Foxboro. For now, stay healthy and stay well.